Yeah, so Mike Epps came out and said we should stop celebrating guys coming home from prison. There's nothing to celebrate. He said we don't celebrate people when they go to college, but we celebrate people when they get out of jail. He said if you went to jail, you got out of jail, you're a fucking loser, get your life together, blah, blah, blah. Then he got hella backlash from damn near the whole urban community. Blueface jumped out there because, he just got out of jail, so he has something to say about it. I think less than 48 hours, Mike Epps was back online apologizing and breaking it down. And I'm like, come on, Mike, just stand on business. You meant what you said. A lot of people agree with what you said. Now, should you be celebrated coming out of prison? I think your friends and your family are celebrating you getting your freedom back and them having access to you back. Yeah. We're not celebrating, oh, you went to prison and this and that. Maybe if you're from a hood or something and your rank is getting up, but that's a whole different lifestyle. The average person ain't celebrating you just because you went to prison. I think that's where the confusion is. Your family's happy to have you back, and your friends is happy that you made it back. But realistically, you are a fucking loser at that point in time. When I went to jail, I was a fucking loser. You know why? Because we were playing a game. We was playing cat and mouse, cops and robbers. The second I got locked up, I lost. The cops won, nigga. So I got out a loser and I became a winner. So yeah, you can't get mad because Mike Epps said, yeah, you a fucking loser because you went to jail. Nigga, you are. You're losing out. There's no pussy in there. You ain't getting real money in there. Any power you think you got, it's no power, bro. You're bragging about having a fucking locker full of honey buns and Papa John pizza. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. This shit I don't even eat on the street. But that's gold in there. So we really got to reevaluate what we look at as winner shit and loser shit. And Mike Epps, you should have stood on business. You should have said, fuck all you niggas, fuck all you bitches that got something to say. Become successful like I did, period.
Yeah, and then Blueface said, well, if I look at it that way, I should look at it like you being a loser for telling the kid to tell jokes to make it. Like, in that sense. So I understand, and I agree to a certain extent. Like you said, we're not celebrating the person actually because you went to prison. You're celebrating, like you said, the access, being reconnected with your family, being overcoming and persevering in those situations. There's people that go to prison that don't never come home. There's people that go to prison, and I mean not just getting life sentences, that don't make it because they done been butchered and all type of stuff that go on in there. Or people come home, they mind not right, they twist it off the spiggity, and the spiggity is the spice. So I'm just saying in general, it's more of a celebration of being reconnected with your family and trying to get back right into society. So sometimes niggas just be trying to sound too cool because what's understood sometimes don't really even got to be explained in that sense.
Stop saying stuff that you don't mean and you can't stand on. All this apologizing from all these celebrities and grown people. Shut the fuck up if you're not going to stand on what you said. Now, it's one thing to have a lack of information, learn new information, and double back and say I was wrong. It's another thing to cave to public peer pressure.
I don't think he caved all the way. I think he just spoke like he's saying like he should have worded it better to the point like, well, if you went to prison, you coming home and you trying to make a better effort, then yeah, you should be celebrated. But if you going to prison, you just coming home back on the same bullshit, we shouldn't be celebrating that. And I think that was the context he was trying to get people to understand. I don't think he was really actually going all the way back on what he was saying.
I ain't going back at all. As soon as y'all try to press me about something, it's going to be fuck you now.
Yeah, but if you wrong, we talk about it all the time. Ain't nothing
Cut wasn't even wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong about trying to clear up and give clarity to what he's speaking on.
It wasn't even no clarity to me. It was like, you niggas is losers. Get it together.
I think that's not what that's not how he really
niggas be pressed. Nigga ain't no fucking loser. Nigga, get it together, nigga.
I think that piece of the conversation or of the clip was actually a stepping stone for him to talk about what he talked about right after, which was, I've done X, Y, and Z for niggas that have been down, and the one time that I don't, I'm the bad guy. So I kind of took that as more important. I looked at the first part as something he just said because of niggas getting out at this moment. Max B just got out, and that is kind of the thing that's going on. And I think that stirred up some emotion from him. Maybe somebody he knew got out, or a couple people he's known have got out, and he didn't want to do something, or they asked him to do something, and he didn't do it. And then they said he was a bad person or threw mud on his name because after he says, you're a fucking loser, you niggas is in jail, he goes into that spiel of, I've helped niggas, I've done things I'm not supposed to do, meet with guards, and then when I say no, now you niggas, don't fuck with me. So I feel like it was more of a stepping stone or a launch pad to get into that. And he didn't even think that was going to be that big of a deal. But once he had the backlash, he got to go, I feel like, and then over-explain what it was when it wasn't even really that.
Mike Epps been to jail. I think he been to prison. So he got the right to say what he's saying. I can see if he a civilian, never been there, he been there too. So in a sense, he's saying at one time, I was a loser. He let y'all know he used to smoke crack, all type of shit. So the fact that y'all got mad at Cub for speaking the way he's speaking, y'all got to get thicker skin. That's all I'm saying.
Even with that, he brought up college and used that as an example. Don't they have whole graduation ceremonies and stuff?
Or when you leaving college, you coming back to college, yeah, people get celebrated for that. So
you for sure get celebrated if you in that life. But even with that, people shouldn't be mad. If people want to celebrate people that's coming home, let them do what the fuck they want to do. If you not doing it, then that's cool. And I think that's just the problem. Like you said, people need tougher skin, and if it don't apply, let it fly.
If it don't apply, let it fly. Stop trying to be offended by every damn thing.
Because we see things all the time where we felt like some people should have had the red carpet when they came home. And we see the same type of things we see like when Paid in Full, when we were just talking about Mitch when he came home and how people opened the red carpet for Max B. And I think it should be that way, not just more so allow a nigga to go right back to his ways.
Yeah.
If a nigga is willing to change and progress and level up himself, yes, you should be a stepping stone. You don't just forget about a nigga. Because when he was doing everything he was on the streets for you, it was all cool. Then when a nigga go to jail for being the same person, a nigga say fuck him and forget about him. And out of sight, out of mind.
And in my opinion, a lot of times you catch more bees with honey, right, than vinegar. So it's like you can, to a certain degree, tell your homie you need to do better by showing him the life that he could have, or giving him the energy or the affirmations or the gift or whatever it is. Like, hey, we're putting you in a position. We let you know we care about you. We're supporting you. We're celebrating you. We're giving you this. Now you go and you take it to the next level. So I feel like that's a celebration is a great thing to come home to, knowing that, okay, I kind of have some foundation where I could think of some ideas or try some things and kind of have a cushion to fall back on, instead of just being like, if this don't work, then it's back to kicking doors. I don't got no
And
other
this the
option.
crazy part, though. The same ones that was acting offended online, y'all was just trolling Big Meech a week ago. Y'all was just clowning Big Meech a week ago until he just dropped that clip where he was dropping bars about how the online game is now. Y'all was just trolling Meech, calling him a goofy. 50 had y'all calling him a goofy, all type of shit. And Meech held it down, to my knowledge, ain't told on nobody, kept it solid. Now, I know it's some rumors in there, but I ain't seen nothing concrete myself to say he's that. But y'all was just trolling him a week ago.
Yeah, and then we sit here and get to talking about how some people get back into society and they have no outlets or they have no real resources to do anything when they get back. Even by people doing that, putting that life into them, that might be a little spark of hope that they need touching the ground and moving forward. You know what I mean? They come out to that gate with that $200 gate money and nobody there, nigga. You already mad at the world. Probably.
I was happy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I was happy as hell going to that Greyhound station.
You're going to be happy.
Nobody was there.
That's only going to last for so long, in my opinion. So.
Went and got my hot chips, got my Gatorade, nigga, bought my Greyhound ticket. Was down the Grapevine. Gone, nigga, back into society. Hey, but I want a quick PSA, man.